StevePavlinaAudios.com presents Living Paycheck to Paycheck, written by Steve Pavlina. One of the traps people fall into, especially during an economic recession, is the trap of living paycheck to paycheck. You can't afford to switch jobs or get laid off because you're just barely making enough to squeak by. Aaron and I were in a situation like this about 10 years ago. We would sometimes end the month with less than $100 total. This was actually a big improvement over the situation we were in before that. At least we were no longer descending into debt. To reduce our expenses, we moved into a cheaper apartment. Not that we had a choice, we had just gotten booted from our previous apartment after getting behind on our rent. Unfortunately, the new apartment was on a semi-busy street, and the traffic noise sometimes made it hard to sleep at night. The worst was when people would pull up to the curb outside our window at 1 a.m. with their car radios booming. Technically, since we were both self-employed, this wasn't quite a paycheck-to-paycheck situation, but it had the same effect. We were both working hard, we just weren't making much money, only enough to cover our basic expenses, but not enough to build any safety net. I remember feeling a bit stressed during that time. If anything bad happened, like if our car broke down and needed repairs, we were in bad shape. We eventually got out of that situation and left it behind, not so much by taking certain actions, but by shifting to a different mindset. Here are some suggestions based on what we learned back then for others who struggle with similar financial challenges.